can only mean one thing.
Yes.
We're still doing this.
Yep.
Yeah. Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM Satellite Edition, which means we can now speak openly. If someone's being a shithead, they can be called a shithead.
How about a
we don't
fuck
have to
cunt?
say duty head. That's a little too far,
Sorry.
Bobby.
Fuck.
That's a little too far.
Fuck twat.
It's okay.
Okay. Thanks.
The C word I like to say for maybe 5 minutes in. Just let the people that initially tune into the program think we actually might have a show instead of just we come on here and curse.
We've had a good show so far.
Yes.
It's all shit to me, though, from before this. We had Michael Chiklis came in, Ricky Gervais, great call-in. We love Ricky.
Yeah.
And Dane's calling in a little while. Fantastic. But Michael Williams.
Yes. Michael Williams joining us from The Wire.
I cannot be fucking happier.
Man, thank you. Thank you for calling me down.
Omar.
Cannot be. I've never wanted to get a guest in. Maybe Ozzy Osbourne is the only comparable guest to me to get in. You are a hard guy to get in studio. It was just a lot of stuff that was going wrong, and we were trying for a long
Apparently,
time.
he was a busy guy, too.
Yeah,
You know?
trying to pay them bills.
Yeah.
Job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in the new Spike Lee movie.
Yeah.
Come
Miracle
on.
at St. Anna's, which I saw. And there's another movie you're doing too, right?
I got The Road coming out, the new Cormac McCarthy book. That'll be out on my birthday, actually, November. And then I got Brooklyn's Finest with that Fuqua directed. And I got to be opposite two of my mentors, Don Cheadle and Wesley Snipes.
Don Cheadle's great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just saw his movie Trader the other
Man.
day. When you went to called me to go see that movie, I was in Trader that day.
There's a guy that climbed from like just kind of a peripheral player to a fucking star, you know? The guy Hotel Rwanda was like, wow.
Man, I've been following Don since Devil in Blue Dress.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of popped on my radar ever since then.
His performance in Boogie Nights was great.
Amazing.
I
That
mean,
whole movie
you know,
was great. No,
yeah,
they were
the whole
seamless.
movie was
Yeah, it's one of my
fantastic.
favorites,
And
yeah.
he didn't have a huge part in it, but it was just like, when he's at that bank just going,
At that bank, he
please,
has to
can you,
break down the bank."
please, I just need that. You're like, oh, God damn.
You're not being fair.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a childlike thing to say to an adult. That's such a basic reaction. You're not being fair.
You're not
It
being
was great.
fair. This is not fair.
This
It's
is
like,
not
yeah.
fair. I could do this. I want to open my
His stereo store, his electronic stereo store.
Him and his big dick and his fucking porn career.
You know what I mean?
And his cowboy outfit.
When the murder happened in the diner, the sheer look of fear in his face with his hands up, like and the blood splatter.
And you saw like cash laying there.
What?
And his awful fake dreads that he had that fucking dread wig at the party. My favorite moment. He's just sitting there with those shitty dreads trying to look intense.
I believe that was on the New Year's Eve party, right?
Yes.
The dress, yeah.
Oh, it's a fantastic. And then you see him in like Hotel Rwanda and stuff. It's just fantastic, you know, really.
I bugged out on him at the first day at rehearsal because I went on this whole tangent about Talk to Me and the Petey Green story, and I was doing all the I'm Petey Green.
Oh, the radio.
I
haven't seen that. I heard it was great.
Oh God, you got to see it. It's off the fucking hook. But so I like kind of embarrassed myself the first day.
That's good. Like when I walked in, I'm a fanboy too. Like when I see somebody I like, I see him talking to Master Poe. And I'm like, is Master Poe fucking hassling him coming in? But,
Nah, you got to respect the senseis. You know what I mean? Big up to
Master
my sensei
Poe.
back in Jersey.
Are you a martial artist?
I'm not a martial artist. I'm getting my butt kicked in the dojo right now. That's why I'm
Working on it.
I'm working on my Wesley Snipes. But I ain't nowhere near there. But yeah, I train up there in Union.
How long have you been taking it?
About 3 months now.
Oh, you just started. Okay.
I'm sore as shit.
Oh, so yeah, you're at that phase.
What are you taking?
Karate, and it is the. See, I tell you, I'm really doing this. It's karate mixed with boxing.
Opaque belt?
No, I am no belt right
No
now.
belt? They don't give you a belt?
Bro, I'm still trying to stretch to get my leg up.
Really?
Yeah.
I took karate once, and then I split my gi because I was too fat, so I quit.
Nah, man, don't quit.
Good for karate.
You know how hard it is to split a gi?
I don't think it's ever been done before.
Never.
Oh, hey, you're in the Guinness World Book now.
Twice.
Now, you obviously, we come in here, you're a nice, soft-spoken guy and everything, but now on The Wire, how did you get that where did that badass come from?
That ain't me. That ain't me. See, we have a rule on The Wire. If your phone goes off, it's $25. If it goes off while we're filming, that's $50.
Oh, really?
You got to get them. You got to get them.
That's a pretty good one. Opie would owe a lot of money.
I think we all would. We bought a playground in Baltimore with the money we made from we built a little basketball court for the kids in the hood. But I just pretty much I knew the character came written the way it was. There was nothing much for me to add, so I knew I wanted to just make him sound like a Baltimorean. I didn't want him to sound like a kid from Brooklyn. I knew I didn't want him to look like a kid from New York dressing like that. I immediately saw that Baltimore got their own swagger. So I would spend hours in the street and just listen and watch the comings and the goings. I got to watch, girl go in the morning and boy come out. Those who don't know, that's crack and dope. Crack goes in the morning, dope comes out.
I swear to God, I thought it was some kind of a tranny reference.
Of course you did.
I swear to God.
You were hoping.
Boy or girl is coke and dope.
Okay.
Really?
I would watch the streets. I would watch the streets. I would listen. I would sit in the Lexington Market for hours and just listen to dialects and people's tones. And with the help of David and Ed and the directors they brought, I would just kind of came together. And I went to the shooting gallery, which is the roof of my old projects in Brooklyn. And
really,
I had to learn how to, because I didn't want to do the Hollywood thing with the gun.
Yeah.
I never really shot a gun before Omar, so I want to know what would it look like for a guy my frame to hold a big ass gun. So I went to the shooting gallery in my hood with my building. I had to learn how to bust a gun for a little bit. You know what I mean? But
yeah, those are fun.
Yeah,
believe me,
fun.
I'm an avid collector.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you must have loved the scene in season 3 when Omar and Brother Muzon had that little gun conversation.
I'm not up to season 3. Yeah,
No.
I know. I was one of the last.
convert.
I'm the last one to get into The Wire, but in this day and age, I like doing the 48-hour film festival where you sit there and just keep putting DVDs in.
That's the way to do it, though.
Oh man,
It's a
no
marathon.
commercials,
No
nothing.
commercials.
You're sitting there, your eyes are red, drinking a beer. What?
To-go containers everywhere.
One more, and then you're like, just one more episode, man. It's like, I'm definitely going to sleep after this one. And then they end it in a way where it's like, well, fuck, now I got to watch at least the beginning of it, and then before you know it, it's over.
You start out watching it, you're fully clothed, but then you just have one sock half on.
Please.
Tipping off the tip of your toes.
I tell people who just now, when I meet people in the street, they're like, yo, I just bought the whole 5 seasons and we're going to watch it. I'm like, okay, you have to get some survival tactics. You need water, you need food, you need something by the couch because your bucket to relieve yourself.
Yeah, you'll
you are
just sit
not
there.
moving.
Yeah.
So just understand that.
Donuts, water, and something to sit on and shit at the same time.
Exactly.
That scene, by the way, in season 3 with Brother Muzon it was a great scene because you shot him in a great moment where you call 911 for him after you shot him. It's just, and they're discussing their weapons. Just these two guys who are probably going to shoot each other. Discussing their weapons. So
Yeah,
great,
you would love
man.
that.
Fantastic.
It's such a. Everyone I've turned on to the show fucking goes out of their mind for the show. They're like, why was this not higher publicized? Because the critics loved it, but never nominated. I've mentioned that many times, which is sickening. House, and all these fucking dumb shows that are nominated. House.
House.
Oh, the doctor does
Once
it again.
he's got to find out why a child is bleeding from the ass on an all-new house. All right, we get it. He handles weird cases.
You know?
So you were saying you grew up in Brooklyn?
Yeah, Flatbush.
So now,
Vanderveer.
all right, I lived in Brooklyn for a while. I kind of steered clear of Flatbush. But
Smart man.
Now,
Smart man.
Did you get out of there? Obviously, you're an actor. You're doing very well. It seems like you would have gotten out of there kind of young, or
I just can't seem to get out the hood for some reason.
No?
I don't even know if I really want to get out the hood. I kind of like the hood. I'm in Newark right now where they got bodies dropping all around.
hey, the garden spot of the Garden State.
Yeah, man, I got the 4 young girls got murdered around the corner from me. So
I was just watching a show called
love the hood
Jack
for some
last
reason.
night, which is on
Jack,
yeah, and it's this squad that goes around Jersey, and they were in Newark during the episodes I was watching, and they just put in plate numbers of cars, and just by luck. They find stolen cars all the time. People driving around, and that's all they do all night.
Shout out
Newark
to
seems
Newark.
to be
They off the hook right now.
yeah. So like they're just stealing cars like crazy over there.
Cars, lives.
Yeah,
money,
live. It's just
whatever.
insane. Now, what's the attraction to being in that atmosphere when you're obviously doing very well?
I like you. I like you. We gonna hang out. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's affordable for number one, and my family's there. You know, I still go back to my hood in Brooklyn. I still have family out there, and, you know, we chill. I go visit my aunts and, you know, my god kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, my god kids. He said, yeah.
Yeah. No. You got friends over there, though, that are kind of still in the life or anything? Or
what kind of, yeah, like, you mean alive?
Yeah,
no,
no,
the
still,
life, like the old.
yeah,
the
like
old,
kind of.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking around a little bit too much. And
yeah, you know, we've all been there. But,
Yeah.
you know, I got friends, I got people that know Mike. You know, before the Omar thing.
Yeah, that's kind of. I can understand that for a little bit. People kind of take us for what we're worth here on the show, and it's a little odd when you meet people and it's like, no, I don't act like that all the time. I'm not like that all the time.
I'm not drunk off my face all the time.
Well, no, that I am.
Well,
But no,
he means sober. I don't act like that all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
There was it's so hard. Like I know as an artist you want to move on and you want to do like all these other projects and you want to be, but it's like I just want to fucking, I'm like a 5-year-old. I just want to fucking say Omar things. All I want to do is say "What up, bird?" That's all I want to say. Probably one of the best for anyone that hasn't seen it, he's falsely testifying against a guy to get him thrown away for a murder because the guy is a piece of shit. I mean, Bird's a piece of shit, but he wants Bird, and he and Bird both know he's lying through his teeth. And they say, "Do you see the defendant in court?" And he looks at the guy who he's lying about. He goes, "Yo, what up, Bird?" And he just wants to fucking cut your throat. It's such a great moment. What up, Bird?
That was one of my favorites, by the way. The court scene was definitely one of my favorite scenes. That's from season 2. But like in the beginning, I remember people started coming to me like, "Yo,
was that season 2 or season 1?"
That's season 2. The courtroom scene was season 2.
With Bird?
Yeah, with Bird. When we're in the courtroom and he's testifying.
I think that's season 1.
Look at you arguing with the guy that was in it.
He's in it.
Shut up, Jimmy.
I love this
fanboy.
No, he's in it. But I've watched it more.
I believe him, too.
He doesn't watch it and go, Omar. He just goes, oh, it's me again. Let me fast forward. Fucking, wasn't that was for the oh, you know what, he probably is right. That was for the civilian murder
when
the
the working man got murdered, right. The courtroom scene didn't happen until season 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stand,
Jimmy.
I'll stand corrected. Since the guy who did it, I really should have my fucking teeth kicked in.
Don't feel bad. I made so much money last year on people betting whether that was Michael that killed Bodie.
Oh, really?
I made so much money off of that side betting.
You know, you could win him a lot of money off of people asking what season of Lucky Louie it was.
I actually happen to love Lucky Louie.
It got a laugh from the
you
people.
know Lucky Louie?
I got starstruck again. He came to the premiere of
Jesus. Not you, him, Lucky
I
Louie.
love Lucky Louie, bro.
Yeah, I know him as Louie.
I didn't miss an episode.
Did you recognize me when I came in from Lucky Louie?
You. Oh my God.
Holy shit! I'm laughing, but this is pissing me off to no end.
Yo, you the neighbor, the crazy fucking neighbor. I love you. You and the fucking
does this piss me
janitors
off?
who walk around naked all the time.
Oh yeah, Rick Shapiro, comedian.
Fuck, I love that shit. You got me cursing, man. Damn it.
Dude, no, that you don't know how much this pisses me off because I hate when he really likes an actor and they come in and know the motherfucker. I hate
love
it.
Lucky Louie. Dude, I watch that shit every time.
I made the joke to goof on him, and it backfired.
I'm thinner now than I was then. That's probably why he didn't recognize me. A man walks in shape. It's kind of hard to see.
That face. You know,
it's a shape, all right.
Exactly.
Ask Sensei. When you was coming down the hallway, I said, I know that face.
Yes,
I swear to my God, I was telling Sensei that.
Damn.
In the hallway.
Yep.
Damn it.
That makes me very happy.
I'm sure it does. It makes me miserable.
It made me mad. It took it off the
cry.
air.
Jimmy's
No,
gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. But another guy from The Wire who was actually a fan of Lucky Louie was fucking Method Man.
I think me and Meth had some conversations about Lucky Louie.
Yeah.
We talk about that. We talked about your show and said we had lines from your show. We bring it on and we laughed. There was something. You know, I smoked a lot of side pot. I'm afraid so it's a fry. But you had a few one-liners on that show that we started running them. Man, I had skits from Lucky Louie. Did you see what happened? He was like this, and that. And,
oh, that makes me so fucking happy.
How'd you like his acting? Was his acting good?
man, that whole show was incredible, man. That was real life comedy, like
Very honeymooners-ish.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you know the X-rated version of Honeymoons.
Yeah.
the R-rated.
And Louie never sweetened any of the laughs because every comedy sweetens them. They all balance the laughs and they put in these little laugh tracks to even it out.
Yeah.
And he never won. People would complain, some of the critics, that the laughs are too loud because these little fucking pussies, they're used to these sitcom laughs that get evened out. Louie didn't do that.
No, you had real people in there laughing.
Yeah.
That's what you
real
needed
laughter in there.
That's what you needed in The Wire, a little laugh track. Imagine that some horrible shit going down and just that awful laugh track.
Like the old MASH laugh where there's that one guy trailing off.
They actually they had a laugh track in MASH?
Oh, boy, did they?
Yeah, it was awful.
I
don't know why they
it was
did
terrible.
it. They did an episode.
Klinger probably had all the one-liners.
Oh,
Yeah.
All the, I think they did one episode without a laugh track, and people complained.
Well, as time went on, they removed it because it just seemed...
The storyline, it was like it just didn't go. The storyline was getting darker.
It didn't make
Yeah,
sense to
that's
have
true.
a
They
laugh
kind
track.
of it was more the anti-war thing going on. And that there's a laugh track in Hogan's Heroes. You know, when you got a POW at Nazi POW camp. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Look, here comes General Bullcarter. Oh, he's going to come in, and more prisoners are coming in. It's fantastic. Swastikas on the wall.
Remember that shit? I used to love that show.
I'd love to. I know. I'd love to know who pitched that, though, because you know they're pitching it to Hollywood producers, probably Jewish guys.
Probably.
And they walk up, and it's like, I got a great idea. It's a comedy based in a Nazi POW camp. Go.
Green light it. Yeah. Green light. It's going to be huge.
Well, they
It's
probably said, we
hysterical.
won't do that. It'll make money. Okay.
No, okay. Never forget
Plus the Nazis
that
were
it's
the ones
on
who joked.
Thursday nights at
like
9.
A rumor that he got, you know.
Oh yeah, the head Hogan.
Yeah.
Well, he was into some really kinky fucking group sex stuff and videotaping it in the early days of video.
Yeah.
He was videotaping stuff, and then there was a rumor that he had sex with some guy's wife.
Yep.
And that he bashed his head in. He got his head bashed in with a tripod.
Yeah,
with
and
a
it was-
fucking camera tripod. Wham! They
Bob-
just caved his head in. Bob
personal.
Crane.
Bob Crane, yeah.
Yeah.
With his fucking, I hate to keep
He
doing
is a
penis
dirty
references,
boy.
but apparently Bob Crane was packing like 10.
Had a nice one.
Yeah. And yeah, he gave it to
Wow.
a lot of different girls, and some husband probably. His son came in to promote something a few years ago. Remember
Yeah,
that?
they should release those films because he videotaped himself just fucking Bob Crane fucking. Just call it that. Bob Crane fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking Bob Crane.
Fucking Bob Crane.
Bob
There he is.
fucking Crane.
You know-
You get all 3 domain names, so no one
Yeah.
can fucking steal it.
And when he,
Now
when
he's
he
really
comes, you just hear
my kind of hero for real, though.
Hogan. Yeah, his helmet looked like fucking Schultz's.
Hendrix, there's a fucking videotape of Hendrix.
Yeah.
Fucking that. Which I almost went in a porn store and bought. I think Red Light District, who gets all that
How
stuff.
long has that been out, though?
I don't know.
It's just odd that things have come out. Like, it's very hard to keep anything secret anymore, especially films, pictures, things that have been buried in secrecy for years.
Coming
now
out.
with YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's out there, you know. See, I guess what I'm saying is, watch what you do on film, people.
How about just do nothing on film?
You know what? The only thing I've ever done is set up a video camera with a TV and no videotape in there. So you can kind of monitor what you're doing.
Yeah, no-
So there's no
nothing's being
videotape.
taped.
You're just kind of looking, and then you just feel silly.
Yeah.
You just look and go, what is that? Oh, my God. No, that's
Well,
me
you
from
feel
the back.
safe. You feel silly and safe.
Yeah,
You know?
because there's no record of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The first
But,
time I ever got a video camera, I actually recorded myself jerking off because I wanted to see what I looked
Why
like.
would you do that?
And then I taped over a couple of my sets with it.
Why wouldn't you just burn the tape? And then, see, that's
Wait
how
a
it
second.
happens.
There was
Exactly.
1 second of
Yeah,
me jerking
of
off.
course.
I had a bunch of people over my house. We're watching this tape, and then there's just 1 second of, and the angle was from in between my legs, so you saw my gray nuts, and just me like this.
Oh, shit.
For 1 second, and it was just like, what the fuck was that?
It doesn't butt up
Hilarious.
against each other when
And
you
then
cut
Wild
it.
Kingdom showed interest.
You showed him the coffee table, huh?
Yeah, it was just, I have a gray sack, like a
I know.
pink.
What?
I call it the coffee table. I don't
What's
know. The coffee table. There was a episode I watched this show on Showtime called Weeds. So one
Oh, yeah.
time the brother and the neighbor, the brother and the councilman was talking, and they were discussing what is the part between the asshole and the nuts. What do you call that, right?
Right.
So they were like, yeah. So the maid walks in. They go, what do you call the space between the asshole and the nuts? She goes to coffee table because that's where they were sitting in between.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's a funny
I
fucking
call
line.
it the coffee table. So you were showing your coffee table.
That's fun.
It's a great
That is
line.
fucking beautiful. What a great improv line that is.
Man, it's classic.
And we were talking, I mean, there's, again, for Wire fans, we were talking, Mike and I were talking off air, you know, as two men from HBO will do, just discuss things off air.
Of course.
I was on HBO too, stupid, at the same time.
You were.
Doing
But
what?
no, but you weren't talking about it with us. Did you ever see Tourgasm? Dane Cook's Tourgasm?
I was getting ready to say, you let the dude from Dane Cook's Tourgasm. I swear
Holy
to God.
shit.
I
No,
swear to God.
no hugs.
Now, Bobby, he didn't want to hug you. He didn't want to hug you. He did it to
Okay,
be
America,
polite.
it's official. We HBO family. We jerk each other off, and we watch each other's
Anthony,
work,
go
bro.
take a break. Come
Look,
on.
I gave a bow during Jimmy's performance on HBO.
then come on
I
in.
stood up and went like this.
That is true. I shot a
No
special,
hug.
and him and Opie, who's not here today because he's sick, came to, and I acknowledged him in the audience, and Anthony stood up.
Yeah, right.
And did.
I'm on the
worst
radio.
fucking bow.
The fuck do I know? I'm not on
That's fun,
HBO.
though. That's
King
a real
Arthur.
family vibe that we support each other's show. Like, you know, we never, you know, it's the first time we meeting, but I've watched both you guys' shows. Like, really.
That's
I watched
hysterical.
yours more than yours, but
Yeah.
I
Pointing to Norton and then to Kelly.
Yes.
Can I just say something?
Make sure you clear
Can I
that
just
up.
say something? I did too.
Hey, Michael, I want to talk about a Spike Lee movie you're in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how is that working with Spike? Because some people say he's a breeze to work with, others not so much.
Well, I'm on the breezy side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know, he didn't. I didn't have to audition. He wrote the character in, and he had me, you know,
Wow.
flew me in on his private lair, you know, and had me land on top of the hotel. Now I'm just bullshit.
Yeah, right.
But, he did write me in, and he did make me the offer for the character. He was
Was that because of the Wire? Seeing you on the Wire?
The Wire, you know, and you know, it's just I had a great time working with him. I think he caught me. I was with him like 3 weeks out there in Tuscany. I think he caught me, Michael, maybe like none. He caught me Omar the entire
Oh,
time.
shit.
And whenever he saw me, wherever I was at, whether it be the restaurant or when I first got to work, when the set, anything, whenever he first saw me for that day, Omar coming, Omar coming, Omar coming, and I was like, Spike, killing me. He's phenomenal. He's real quick. He knows direct. He knows what he wants, and like I like to call him the method director because this dude is just really he's a genius with just creating scenarios and these scenarios and putting you in it to live in it even when you're not on the set. Like we went through boot camp. You know, he put us up in this really high mountain where like your ears would pop in the Tuscany, and you know you had like wild stallions running around. It was, you know, the boot camp was like really rough conditions weather-wise. But it was nowhere near as extreme as what those actual soldiers went through when it was going down. But we got to get a taste of that. We shot in the actual space where the massacre happened, which is the Sherchko River in Tuscany. So it's like a lot of history. You could feel the eeriness.
Wait, was that a true story? I didn't know if it was a true story.
Yeah, true story.
Okay, it was.
Well, I mean, not about the miracle with the whole head thing.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
I'm
like
talking about the war. I learned. I learned this just as I go. So if I sound smart, you know, it's by coincidence. But apparently, the war in World War II, when Hitler was trying to take over the world, having his pinky in the brain moment, he was next to go on to Italy in this part of this region called Tuscany, and this was the first time that I believe General Patton, he said, "Yeah, get them niggas some guns. They want to fight, let's fight." And he gave blacks first time guns, but it was like minimal. You know, we had
Bunch of muskets.
yeah, the bare minimals. And we went out there, and in this river, we got massacred. And it was
Wow.
And it was because they got massacred, and there was he was calling in and saying, "This is where we are. Bomb the position." And the white commander didn't believe that they had actually advanced across the river and was
Exactly.
bombing behind them like a fucking dope and not hitting the enemy.
Yeah.
So that's why they're stuck here, and they wind up in this little Italian village. And there's one guy, he taps into every fear a man has. Who is the guy? Bishop. A guy with a real slick dude who just wanted to fuck the Italian women, and the one guy's fallen in love with the Italian girl, and then Bishop just keeps going over. He's pretty much talking about how black Americans have huge dicks. You know, he's trying to hint that to the little dumb guinea broad. And there's a scene where
Do you know your great grandpa? Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, and walking so angry, he licks his lips and he mouths. He can't get the gun fast enough.
That was hysterical.
But yeah, it was a fucking. Spike Lee's actually very funny too. He's a kind of fucking. He's got great comic timing when he's in his own films and he does funny shit. Man, I love Spike.
Man, he's a genius. You know.
Was he in the movie at all?
No, not in this one.
Not in this one. Yeah. I don't think he's put himself in one of his.
Kind of takes you out of a period piece
since,
if you.
Since X, he hasn't been in one of his projects in one of his joints since X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be. He's always funny. It's like a Hitchcock thing. Maybe he got compared to Hitchcock too much. He didn't like it because he would always. I'm really talking quickly. And he would always do. I drank a lot of caffeine today.
Wow, you are going. Yeah. You're on. What are you, boy or girl?
That's
what is that?
That's a girl.
That's a girl.
Girl is up, boy is down.
I've made that mistake, as we all are well aware. But we were talking. You know what? Hey, look, some of them
Friday,
sometimes, especially
it's Fry High Day. What the hell?
some of them are so passable. You know, a lot of the Asians are too. But when you get to the Spanish, a lot of times,
forget about it.
Hi, Poppy.
You got to touch the Adam's apple.
Yeah.
That's right. And if they have one, you hand them the money.
Yeah, you mean? Boom, boom, boom.
And for you guys, we do a studio audience here. They're not mic'd today, which is hi guys. Are you enjoying yourselves?
Thank God.
Shit, I almost went up on TRL.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Total retards live. And it's funny. I didn't realize that Michael. I don't realize when you're on a series, you watch it the same sometimes as the fans. But there was a scene where a guy named Bodie, who's up at the end of season 4, he became a huge character.
You sure? Season 4?
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Well, the fact is, I'm quite sure that Michael was right about season 2, that scene, and the fact that I debated him.
Yes.
On not only a show he was in, but a scene he did. Like he wouldn't remember when he did it.
Of course.
Man, but I love it though. It's just that's what we're here to do. You know what I mean?
But he said he was very sad when this guy got killed. Like I was surprised that
you can get head. It's sad. Like I didn't say sad. I said I fucking cried. You know, and I did. Man, when first of all, big ups to J.D. Williams. He's a phenomenal actor. I've been watching his work since he was a baby on Oz, and it's just to watch him. He's on Broadway right now. He's getting ready to do Broadway at the Roundabout Theater. I'm just so proud of him, man, just to be in his presence. But when they killed Bodie, I'm sitting there in Newark, house full of dudes, and and we're sitting there, and like I knew it was coming, but I didn't. Man, just to see it, and it's just so I had to turn my head. I was like, "Damn, it caught me." That unexpected crowd. You just didn't, your eyes get real.
It's where you're sitting and everything's fine, and then you go,
"Oh, yeah,"
It's like, what did I just do?
You have to blink quickly. Quick, blink, quick blink.
Lest my friends think I'm a faggot.
Man, I couldn't even look at the screen no more, man. And then what got me when Poot came and said, he grabbed him by the arm and said, "Bodie, you don't got to do this."
Yeah.
Man, and then he just pulled him off. Said, "Man, this is my corner, and I'm a rock out with my cock out." And it broke my heart. You know what I mean? I guess because you work on the show, you go to the office. It's like 4 years I've been working with this dude, and friendships kind of happen.
Yeah.
We're down there and you form these bonds, and I like the character. I like the dude that plays the character, and to see that happen. It kind of like, well, he's not going to be at the office next week.
Right, so you guys are seeing not only a character kill, but a guy who you like who's not going to be there for the next season.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. Same thing when they took Idris, when they took Stringer Bell. That was a hard one. That was a real hard day at the office.
Yeah, and you're the one who did it. Hard day at the office. You fucking popped like 16 bullets into him. The two of you shot him together. That was a great scene, too.
That wasn't that intense.
That dumbbell trying to get involved in real estate when deep down he's just a murderer. And they fucking gave him a good killing. Oh, boy, did they. But you were happy to see him go. After the way he fucking killed...
D'Angelo.
Oh, boy. He fucking had D'Angelo killed. He was fucking his woman. Oh, he was a terrible dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a big, handsome dude, too. Like, if you're in jail, that's the last guy you want checking up on your broad.
No, yeah. Oh, bruh.
6'5" and
when
well-built.
I tell you, the female gender came at me with such hatred.
Really?
I didn't answer my phone for a while. It was. I'm talking like my mother caught me and cussed me out. Like, "Ma, I'm your son. You killed fucking Stringer, baby." Nah, but it was hard for a while.
That's pretty funny though when your mother gives you shit for stuff that you do like that.
Real talk. My mother does not even watch The Wire.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't support it.
My mother tells me all the time. She goes, "I couldn't listen to you today, your show. I don't listen." I'm like, all right, well, you're kind of out of the demo. You're like 70. But you know, maybe once in a while to see if I'm still employed.
You know, they once in a while just check in on me, you know.
I think she still thinks like this is just me and my friends hanging out. She's waiting for me to get a real job, kind of a thing, you know.
You know something? I think our mothers must be sisters.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
One
where
of
it's
the things,
like,
right?
What you know, a trade. A trade. You'll have it your whole life.
Get an education.
Something to fall back on.
I'm like, Mom, there is no plan B for me.
Like, Mom, I'm sitting in my house. Got some broads over here. I'm drinking champagne.
You want to come over?
Don't worry. But yeah, come over. We'll smoke a joint.
You know what I mean?
She'll be there. She's crazy, too.
Yeah,
Your mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a party
I
animal.
jump in this conversation, but my mom's right. I should have been a hairdresser.
Why, Bob? You're doing great in your career.
Really?
Yes.
Look at him.
What happened to your
You're
voice?
in a movie with Ricky Gervais.
Yes. If you the new Ghost Town movie, Bob.
You're in that?
Well,
No.
Let's phrase that carefully. In the same way a tree or a car is in it, Bob is kind of behind. He plays one of the bodies behind Ricky Gervais the whole time. But yeah, Bob is in it.
Congratulations, bro.
Dang.
There's no
Yeah.
such thing as small roles, only small actors. Shakespeare.
It's not quite a small actor, but
Yeah.
you're getting smaller. You're getting smaller. I'll give you that. I hate the fact that Bobby's losing weight. This guy. Oh, you should have seen him. He was a disgusting fat motherfucker.
Yeah, really
That was
a-
just
Wait a minute.
obese.
Wait a
He
minute,
fell
wait.
into the category of obese. He'd come
wait a
in,
minute.
and when he left, we'd just be like, "How fucking fat is Bobby getting?"
What?
And,
You never told me this shit.
Yeah.
You made a couple fat jokes. They were cute.
yeah,
Called me obese.
I
Yeah.
never made a fat joke about you. None of them were jokes.
Yes. They were sad observations.
But now he's losing a lot of weight, and tons. And he looks good, and it's ruining our whole fucking thing with him. You're fucking dieting yourself off the show, is what you're doing. You're not going to be able to come on. We'll be like, oh, Bobby Kelly's here. What do we talk about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
At least you could breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, but, yeah, it's not.
Well, you know what? You know what inspired because when he was on Lucky Louie, you were a heavy boy.
Yeah, I put a lot of weight on.
Yeah.
Craft services. I was.
Tell me about
it's
it.
phenomenal. You just eat fattening food.
When I saw he started losing weight, but he had his HBO special, and one of the photos they come in and take photos. He was laughing at one point, and his neck was back, and he had 5 layers of his
five
neck,
layers of skin,
but they were
yeah.
5 different colors. Like it went from purple to black.
Look like some
yellow.
exotic bird.
It looked like
Heavy on Lucky
pelican.
Louie.
it
I was
looked like-
heavier, but I wasn't as bad as he. The photo that this was.
No, it was bad. It looked like you ever have roast beef and it goes bad in a rainbow.
It sounds like it was that bad.
It was bad.
He was the color of bad roast beef.
Wait, can we get that picture? It was a HBO half-hour shot in
please.
2005 or 6.
Looks like someone should be throwing a fish on his nose.
All right, so it's not flattery. It's not a good photo.
look good now.
Thank you. I look all right now. I look better now. But yeah, that's how you know I was bad. I really was a chubby fucking Lucky Louie. I see some of that footage. I'm like, oh, you fucking pig.
That was some of the shit that was classic. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
You watch Californication.
No.
Oh, no, Weeds. You said Weeds. Okay.
Yeah, weeds.
Weeds is a
What
good
was
show.
what was some of the early stuff you did? Like, what was like one of the first things you did as an actor?
The very first thing I did as an actor was a film with Tupac Shakur and Mickey Rourke called Bullet.
That's not a bad first film.
I remember that. I remember that movie.
That was
Mickey,
my first
Mickey's a
thing
crazy
ever.
guy too, right?
Mickey was I spent like one day around Mickey because he our scenes were different, but Pac, I got to hang around him a lot more. But when I did meet Mick, he seemed a little quiet. He's laid back, reserved, just easy going.
Do you look back on that though and go like, oh, what was I thinking? Like, because we've done this to ourselves a lot. We take our early works and we bring it into the show, either play it on video or play it on audio, and just cringe like, what the fuck was I thinking back then?
As far as my acting career, there is nothing that I would cringe at. Now, I had another profession before I started acting, which was dancing.
Okay,
Yeah, there
could be a cringe moment there.
Yeah, there's somewhere on God's green earth there was footage of me in hammer pants and a belly shirt.
Hammer pants and a belly shirt.
Yeah.
Holy
What's
shit.
what's a belly shirt?
It's a little half shirt, right?
Yeah,
It's every shirt you
girls
wear.
Call them tit tops. Girls call them tit tops, but I can't go there, so it was
Enjoy
a belly
them.
shirt for me. So I got some cringe moments as a dancer. You know?
Ooh, wow.
I mean, if my mentor Tupac Shakur could be on a stage with Digital Underground with some Speedos on, humping a fucking blow up doll, I could be in some hammer pants and a belly shirt.
Wait, was he in that video?
That was live footage. If you watch
Yeah.
the Thug Angel, there was some footage when his first gig was the roadie. He got a roadie. He was a roadie for the Digital Underground.
Oh, wow.
And then he bumped
Oh,
up
shit.
to like background dancer, like it's got to be part of the stage show. And they would get in these like really colorful speedos type thing, underwear, and hump on blow up dolls on the stage. So when I saw that, I was like, you know what? We all got a pass, and we all come from somewhere. Damn it!
Yeah, yeah. You get back like, oh.
You ain't born as sexy as you is. You gotta get morphed into that.
Work on it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's rough. That's a rough one.
Hey,
Footage out there somewhere, though.
man, listen, I wouldn't trade a thing.
No.
Got me where I'm at today.
When did you find out? Because I was shocked
That's not it.
when. If you Google Jim Norton and then just look up images, I think you'll find it's one of the first images. It's a fucking disgrace. When did you find out that they were going to? Spoiler alert! Wait, you?
Yeah, is that
No,
it?
No, go
that's
down,
me
go down,
from
go
Lucky
down.
Louie.
Go down.
No, it's none of those.
Go down. Go
Go
down.
down.
Go down.
It's his book cover.
None
down.
of those.
You got a book, dude?
Go to the next.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he wrote a book.
Go to the next.
Yeah, it's all about my experience with prostitutes and stuff like that.
Oh man,
It's true. I'll give you a copy. It's
I get a copy. Shit, I should have been in some of them.
It's called Happy Endings.
Oh, do you love the hookers?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. a little weed, some hookers.
Oh, I'd love to pull a train with him. I'll fucking pay for the chick. You take whatever end you want.
I fucking would love that.
You're a pisser. Most people are just like, hey, you doing anything for lunch? When you first meet somebody, hey, a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, pull a train with a hooker.
Yeah, let's grab a
listen.
chick and fucking let's high five over her back.
Yeah, put her on the rotisserie.
Pass the blunt. You know what I mean? Is that him? Is that it right there? The picture?
Oh, you kind of look a little mopey in
No.
that one. What's that,
you
black and white one
look
from your old days
in
on?
that last picture, the one with the blue hoodie on, you look like dude from Extras.
Oh, go
Who's
back
in-
a second.
I-
That's
Oh.
I did. That
Oh,
was
my God,
2003, and that was just kind of an image shot.
Yeah.
That was you having a Dove moment. Dude.
That was
Yeah.
the before
That's
picture.
that's the Dove commercial. You're having a Dove moment.
A woman thought, this photographer wanted to photograph me, so I took these photos because she thought I would actually be handsome with holding flowers, which was bizarre. I know I'm not a good photograph subject, so I fucking just put
Man,
on.
beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Thank you.
well,
There's me and 50. You
What
know, you
planet?
pass through them.
Where Curtis at?
Go back one.
you and Fitty?
Go back two. Yeah, I have a great shot with 50 actually. Go back two, please. Top left. I know this is radio. Top left.
Yeah, don't
That's a
worry
nice
about
shot,
it.
Yeah.
You know something? He has this thing with no matter who you
yeah.
are or what you are, when you get in a picture with 50, you point at the camera. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you feel like you have to do that.
That's a camera.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody is like, it's something when you know, it's like, I never saw people do that before he started doing it. Like, pointing at the camera. Like, that's a camera.
That's a camera.
And that's a photographer
But you-
behind the camera.
You just do it. I don't know why my hand
it's
went
a
up.
50 thing. I'm telling you.
He's been shot. At least he has a reason to be kind of gangsterish. I put my hand up like, yeah, 2 peas in a pod. Yeah, I flew to Cancun with him. We were on doing an MTV stuff, totally separate. It was coincidental that we were sitting together.
All right.
And I
Glad
tried.
you cleared that up.
Well, I didn't want him to think that I was trying to imply that Fitty and I do gigs. And I tried talking to him, and I just ran out of steam after like a minute and a half. It was fucking humiliating. 4 hours of silence.
You found it? Yeah.
Where?
You look like a middle-aged woman who's in
Oh, God damn. Yeah,
You
okay.
look like
That's
you should be just selling stuff on eBay in Albany, New York.
not the most flattering.
shopping
Look
network.
at that neck. Look at those lips.
All right, the smile
Wow.
is not good. It's a jovial moment. I really am.
But you were in character. You were, it wasn't like you were posing for the camera.
You should
No.
be pulling your head off saying 2 weeks. 2 weeks and have Arnold under.
Yeah, that's not a.
Get ready for a surprise.
Listen, just remember, I got a belly shirt on somewhere.
And hammer pants.
And hammer pants. It don't get no worse than that.
But I had hammer pants on too in my first headshot because I started comedy in 1990.
Should have a hammer over your head.
I believe me.
And it would bounce right off.
A fucking the claw end fucking buried in my coffee table. There's a photo of me with hammer pants. I used to wear those workout pants. I didn't wear the belly
Yeah.
shirt, but I thought
No.
that was like a really cool hip look from
Wow.
1991.
Yeah, remember that?
It
hammer.
was, you know something?
It was hammer time.
For a time, it was for like 10 minutes.
I actually bought a pair.
There's a window.
At Pier 1 Imports.
Oof.
I bought. They weren't real hammer pants.
No, they were sales for a ship.
I wish I. You know what? I really wish I was fat again right now.
I know.
Because you're on fire today.
can't.
These are just
God.
great.
Just
ones.
annoys me.
Dude, you can't do that when I got liquid in my mouth.
Fucking hilarious. Because as soon as you say that, we're all thinking of, all right, fabric pig, fabric pig.
Smartasses.
Wow, that was
What's
a
a
fucking
goddamn
that
smartass.
was
That
a
was a good
fucking
one.
gem.
You say working with Tupac. Is it surprise you or upset you or anything that nothing's been really solved in his murder?
It's a little upsetting, not too much surprising. But,
Yeah.
it is a little upsetting.
I mean, no one's talked.
Disappointing, rather, I
No
should
one's
say.
talked. I mean, everybody has their theories and maybe more than theories as to what happened. Do you have? And I'm not even saying to say what it is, but do you have your theories of what happened?
Yeah, I do. Tupac Shakur was murdered.
All right. I'm going to go along with you on that one.
There you go. I know.
All
that
right.
For, I
Now
know
the
that
big
for
one.
Sure.
Who do you think did it?
I got the answer for that one too.
Yeah.
I am absolutely positively. I mean, I know for a fact it was not me.
All right.
All right, it was. That'll never be solved. Like or Biggie,
Nah,
it's like mob
nah.
hits. I mean, guys that are just gangsters. No one's gonna fucking rat anybody else out.
when they like within like a week of Tupac, of them killing him, like a string of murders happened.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The dude that he was fighting with in the Vegas club got murdered. His brother in Jersey got murdered. It's just like it's just
It's just such an odd thing, a crossover between entertainment and the mob, because it's pretty much it's mafia tactics. It's it's fucking old Cosa Nostra stuff mixed in with popular music.
Yeah,
so
might
a
be
lot of
mafia
people.
tactics, but I don't know if it was the mob per se.
Well, no, not the mob.
No,
I'm
not
talking,
the Italian
you know.
mafia, but just the thing of
yeah.
real life and entertainment that really
Oh, and
are.
It's like
whoever
fucking
shot that
Sinatra
car-
shooting Dean
whoever
Martin.
shot that car, they knew what they was doing. With the whole Cinemass thing. It wasn't they were just popping off with the hand twist like this.
Right,
with
right,
the hand
yeah.
twisted. They were very good
Turn your
shooters.
sights up, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Please, could you just turn your sights up? I think you'd save a lot of kids that way. Just
What do you mean by turn your sights up?
Yeah,
Oh,
turn
your
the sights up.
Yeah,
that sideways shit.
is this for the?
It might look cool in the movies, but
it really doesn't.
it looks so old school
It
now.
looks real old
it's so
school.
80s.
Yeah, it is
Buck,
80s.
Buck.
Yeah.
Who
It's
just
like, wait,
did
you're
that?
gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
You know what I mean?
The King of New York. There was I think when Fishburne got shot, I think the cop who shot was Wesley Snipes. Oh, wait, no. David Caruso shot. But I think Caruso at one point points
Did
his
that?
gun as a cop and
You
fucking
did.
points
That was-
sideways.
It was an 80s thing, 80s, 90s.
I did
thing.
that at the range one day just to see what it's like, and you can't hit shit.
And you mess around, and we thin guys, man. You mess around and or get that kickback from them guns, man. You hurt
Yeah.
your wrists.
Yeah, that's not the way you're
That
supposed
is
to
not
do
the way
it.
it's supposed to go down.
We have just so you know too. Dane Cook is calling in 1 minute. You'll hang, right?
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
hang?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
hang
so
out,
You got to
shit,
play
yeah.
my new record.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah, that's right. What do you got going on?
Man, I just decided to put Omar on wax. One day during first season, I got a phone call from the late, great Jam Master Jay, and he was commending me on the phone, and I almost crashed because I was driving. But he commended me on the phone that he loved the work, and he had this concept of putting Omar on wax. And, I've been working on that for the past 5-6 years. I'm not a rapper, so I had to first learn how to rap. I'm like, sure, I could do it. How the fuck do you rap? So, I had to go find that out, and I've been working on it for the past 4 or 5 years. Unfortunately, the day that I was bringing the first thing for his ears, since he had spoken to me over the phone, that's the day he got murdered.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he never got to hear this in the physical, but I know he's somewhere above shining on my little effort. But so this track here, I'm not a rapper. This is not Michael Kenneth Williams. I do not want to be a rapper. This is Omar on wax. Omar don't even rap. He's flowing over the beat. And I got a real powerful track opposite Mary J. Blige. It's we call it the Mary O remix. And that's what we're working with right now. Omar Coming, that's the name of the record, the name of the album actually.
We'll hang out and we'll play that after we
Yeah.
get Dane.
We will definitely play that.
Dane on the phone. What? We got like a minute or something, and Dane will be on.
Yeah, supposedly. He was. I think we were supposed to have him already.
What's the matter, Bobby? You don't know where he is right now?
Why don't you call him?
Huh?
Yeah, why don't you call him in your red highlighted first guy on your fucking iPhone list?
Second guy.
I love it's second guy.
We need you, Dane.
Norton's first.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Yeah,
Aw.
I put Norton first, and then I put you second.
No, you didn't.
You're right. You're not even in my phone. I deleted you off of
I got to
Xbox.
pee real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, Jimmy.
I got to tinkle.
Do we have time to take a quick break then? If we do that and then wait for Dane?
Let's do one.
All right. We'll take a quick break. Jimmy, go wee-wee.
All right.
And when we come back, we'll talk to
I wee-wee?
Dane and Michael's still hanging out.
Yeah.
Please. What are you, fucking raising your hand? Take a piss. What am I? Your
go
dad?
wee-wee?
Get out of here. Just
Bathroom
don't
break,
touch
boss?
each other's weenies. Bathroom break, boss. Shaking it off, boss.
He's actually. We got him right now. Actually, if you
Well,
want
tell him to
go.
fucking wait. The guys are taking a piss. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Every knee must bend, every head must bow, every tongue must confess, thou art the greatest of all time. Ella, A.
Yeah, we suck.
Opie and Anthony, y'all.
When you walk through the garden, gotta watch your back. Well, I beg your pardon.
Andrew, we're back on the radio.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony show.
People bothering Michael for a picture. Why would you do that to a celebrity guest? I'm kidding, of course.
Jimmy's the worst.
I'm the worst.
And I'm officially a family member of the Opie and Anthony show. I have my
Nice.
T-shirt. I'm official.
Look at that, yeah. Got the T-shirt. Been taking pictures with the audience. We've brought them in.
Yes.
Yeah, like we usually do on Friday, and then regret it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Patty's
He
here,
calls
of
you
course.
audience while you're here, but I wouldn't tell you the things he was calling you.
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my God! Yeah, well they know. They hear it on the phones. They hear it in live appearances. They know what they are.
Usually it's just the bleacher scum. But today you're the audience.
Yeah.
Kidding, of
Hi,
course.
Patty. By the way, she's a 50. How old are you now?
53.
53-year-old virgin. She's
What's
never.
up, Patty?
Yeah, that's stalker Patty. She's
nothing
never
wrong. How you
been,
doing?
never been with a man. And well, I'd love to talk to you about it again, but actually, I wouldn't.
We have.
I lead a good, honest, clean
Oh,
life.
shut up! We got Dane on the phone.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go to Dane Cook, who's been waiting patiently on the phone. Dane,
Hey, man.
Dane, congrats for being in Bob Kelly's new movie. Look at him. He's got a good laugh there.
No, I was in Ghost Town.
Ooh.
Because I'm not in yours.
Yeah, what?
Dad, we had to cut Bobby out. Bobby's on the. Bobby will be a featured DVD extra.
Oh, God. What happened?
He just didn't bring it.
All right. At least you're honest.
Hey, that's not what you told me.
He didn't bring it.
Bobby just didn't bring the high caliber ha-ha that he usually does. He was lackluster on that day.
You know what? Can I just say something? I think he's being really truthful.
I think he is.
There's not one fucking.
And hurtful.
And Bobby will try.
The scene was hilarious, but that's the whole thing with these damn movies. You do it, and your favorite stuff always ends up,
But that was telling right there. Bobby's scene was hilarious. It's like one scene.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's one scene more than I had on a cutting room floor.
I know you chatty Cathy on any fucking talk show you're on.
Don't feel bad because I went around bragging to everybody. I think I told the world that I was in the new Incredible Hulk movie, and I ended up on the editing room floor. Actually, I made it to the deleted scenes. I found out, so I guess Ed Norton felt about me the way Dave feels about it. I was lackluster that day.
You didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it.
Well, Dane, Jesus Christ, you pumping out a few movies?
yes, indeed.
Really
Yeah.
funny ones, actually.
When does Satan have to come back and take the soul, though?
This is it.
Is this it? The last
This is the last one, and then part of the Satan deal is I would be relegated to like off cable.
What do you have two movies out?
No.
All right, it's just one. Okay, I just see him on all the time.
Yeah.
You're on my television constantly.
I know.
Jesus,
Sorry.
get off.
Don't be sorry. You bring laughter to my life.
That's Michael K. Williams, and the fact that he's like a fan of yours, it's kind of hurting my heart because he likes you more than he likes me.
Well, he's good looking, man.
He really is a handsome dude.
Damn.
He doesn't have the chin neck thing going.
Multicolored pelican neck.
It doesn't look like he gets something you get at the bottom of the ocean.
There's a little light on it.
Something hovering around the Titanic.
So what is this movie now that you're in now, this week?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this, I've done a few movies up till now that I think, there's been some nice highlight moments. I've made some comedies that I think have highlight moments, but this is the first one that my company actually produced, and so I really got to, I get to get my stink in there. I get to get my comedy urine is all over this movie, which is great. And so
you marked it.
To do a movie that really kind of took the essence of my comedy and put it in there in a fashion that was much more presentable. Instead of just being leading man, hey, I'm in the middle of the movie and Andy Dick's over here being a nutbag.
Yeah.
It was like, let me get in there and actually do my funny my way.
So this is one that's kind of like, this is one that you're happy with as far as like from beginning to end. You're like, this is the way I wanted it to come out.
Yeah, like with my other movies, I watch it and there's like, scenes where I would leave the theater and, not come back. But this one, I watched it with the crowd the other night in the premiere, and I was just, stoked because I knew, okay, great, when this scene comes around, let's see if that worked. Let's see if that gets the big yucks. And
it's got to be a lot of pressure.
I get to play like a villain. This is like the bad. This is like playing Darth Vader, but he uses his powers for good because Tank Turner is a hired gun. This is the guy you bring in. Let's say you cheat on your girl or you do some dastardly deed. You can hire me to come in, date your ex, get to know her, drive her absolutely bad-ass crazy.
You can say shit.
Be this maniacal douchebag to her so that she comes back to you.
Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
All that, and I got that's kind of interesting.
No, I because it had to sink in for a minute. It was sinking in like I was getting a grasp on the whole thing going, I was thinking it through. Like, with that.
No, I'm going to use that in the marketing campaign. I see the commercial now. Opie and Anthony say,
kind of interesting.
Hey, thanks for blowing up my spot.
Yeah, I'm a dick. Okay, you're right.
I'm trying to get persnickety here, but
it sucks. So kind of interesting. I'm a tool.
Michael wants to ask you a question.
Do you the films that you're in? You write them? You write those stories? Or do you write? Like, I know you write your comedy. Do you write your lines, or have you written a script? Like, how much in the writing are you involved with?
Yeah, this is the first film that this guy Jordan Cahan, who I've known for a bit. I wrote it with him. I mean, he wrote it, and then I came in and we adjusted it for my comedy. Other movies I did, I came in after it was like, okay, it's greenlit and it's going, and there wasn't much maneuvering. But with this, it was like all the way down to location scouts and getting it filmed back in Boston and casting. So this is the most authentic film version of what I do in my stand-up.
Dane, Bob Kelly.
You look great, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Doesn't he?
The Asian tapeworm worked.
That's a line from the Big Fat Girls. What's her name? Anyway, that was a scene, Asian tapeworm thing. She was trying to lose weight. Come on, the actress, fat actress.
I'm not gonna
Ciao. Oh, the chick from Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. That was she was trying to lose weight. They anyway.
So
Jim, nice one.
Bobby, you gonna ask me a question? Is Bobby asking me a question?
Yes, I believe he is.
Bob's got his interview voice going on. Well, Dane.
What do you got, Bobby?
yeah. Well, first of all, big fan, and second of all, thank you for all the money you've given me. And third of all,
listen to this ass lapping.
Third of all, how funny really is Alec Baldwin in this movie? Because he's everything he does, I love when he does comedy. But I mean, how funny is he in this movie?
I got to tell you, he's kind of interesting. Dude, Alec Baldwin. Here's the thing about Alec Baldwin. You know how funny he is, just like 30 Rock, and you know how intense he is from Glenn Ross. But you can tell the guy's like he's a titan. I mean, he should be carrying a friggin' lightning bolt in his hand. He's unbelievably just his presence is. I say about Alec, it's like if there was a bull in a china shop and Alec Baldwin walked in, the bull would sit there and patiently wait for Alec to leave.
Yeah.
He's just he's kind of scary. There was a day on set, I always have what I call like, my A-lister ball bust moment. And I did it with Costner, and I did it, every movie I've done, there's that
Kevin?
point about 2 weeks in where I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable enough with this person, I'm going to bust their balls. And with Alec, we were shooting a scene one day, and he was really pissed off because he couldn't get this little monologue down the way he wanted to, and it just wasn't coming out. And so I'm standing there with him and the director and writer, and he's really going on, and he's just like, I don't feel like this works. This is something that we need to rethink. Wow. And he's going on and on. I finally just said, listen, Alec, sincerely, this is what I'd like you to try. Forget the monologue. Just say Beetlejuice 3 times in a row. And he just, his eyes become razors, and he stares at me for about 3 seconds, and then he just went, Beetlejuice. It's just awesome.
Yeah, there was something about. I was just watching The Departed last night again, and he's great in that one too.
Yeah, no, the guy's
Alec Baldwin.
He's a tremendous actor, and I couldn't believe we got him. And then he just came with the funny, and he'd rewritten scenes, and he was improvising. Again, the DVD stuff is like always a lot more fun, even because you get to see two people just kind of going toe-to-toe. So it's a funny flick, and he's great in it.
Dane's publicist is saying he's got 1 minute left. I guess they got a phone thing.
We're doing a phone tour.
Oh, those are so much fun.
Dane, this movie, this isn't like a romantic comedy because some of the trailers are like, it looks like a Kate Hudson's out to meet the guy of her dreams or some shit. But this is a pretty edgy flick, right?
Yeah, the movie company, they have to try to, pull in as many asses in seats. So, with me,
they're trying to get more vaginas in the seats, I think, with that. The movie poster looked a little kind of chick flicky.
Yeah, no, I had a little fun, roasting the poster there about a month back because I couldn't stand for it. I was like, okay, first of all, I wouldn't. If you look at the poster, I or no man on earth who has any balls at all would crane their neck that far for any woman.
Yeah. What's the poster?
Can we see the poster? Over my shoulder, that far, like an owl at a woman. Shoot me in the chest.
Dude, we've talked about this before where when I used to go into Blockbuster and stuff, I would get douche chills just looking at some of the video covers.
Yep.
There was somewhere the actor would be looking at the female lead and giving that, oh, now you, and she's got her arms crossed looking over her shoulder like, well, you too.
Yeah, don't you think of it, mister.
And I'd look and go, there's no way I'm ever going to see this movie just based on that. See, and you're looking over each other's shoulders. Look at your face. Holy fucking Photoshop.
Yeah. Those aren't even my lips.
No.
Yeah, those are like Angelica Houston's lips from like 82.
And the guy's standing there kind of watching this whole thing go down like, oh, let's hope.
Yeah, and you got the scruffy beard thing going. Wow.
Yeah, honestly, I never even posed for that picture, and it's so weird. So I had to, it's the comic side of us that you just want to, you can't let those things go. So I just told Lionsgate, listen, I'm going to bash the poster because it stinks.
Yeah, you ought to just go around and every time you see one, draw a big cock into Kate Hudson's mouth.
Yes.
Like I don't know. You take a Sharpie and just do it. Nothing personal. Just it would make the poster funny. Nothing makes a poster funnier than a real archaic drawing of a cock in someone's mouth. We all laugh at it.
We certainly do, endlessly.
Your publicist is giving us shit, Dane.
The movie comes out today, right?
Movie opens today, yeah.
All right, well, it's called My Best Friend's Girl. It was obviously with Dane and Kate Hudson.
Right.
And
Bobby Kelly's coattail, Dane Cook.
Do you see me at easy?
What? You are.
You're Opie's.
What?
Can you see me at all in the movie? Like even like a cheek?
That sounds sad.
Fat shoulder.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow.
All right, man. Well, take care, Dane. And good luck, brother.
Bobby, I should tell you right now, Bobby, your scenes are still there, but we actually overlapped Orny Adams' voice.
A lot of people don't know who Orny is. He was like the comedian that got painted as a dick who was behaving like a dick in the Seinfeld documentary.
Yeah, and this is the most press that he'll ever get is us talking about him right now.
Yeah.
Me and Dane saw him on Runyon Canyon, and he didn't say hi to Dane.
Why?
And he said hi to me.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's a fucking dick. He goes, "Oh, I'll say hi to you." And Dane was like,
He goes
and
to
then,
Bobby. He goes, "Yeah, I'll stop and say hi to you."
and then he shook my hand, and then he goes to shake Dane's hand, and Dane was like, "What?" He gave him he goes, "What? You won't shake my hand?" He goes, "You just told me you didn't want to fucking shake my hand, you psychopath." Oh, he's nuts.
He's an odd guy.
That's why I
Dane.
like him, though.
Dane Cook.
On an up note.
My best friend's girl.
This weekend, #1 movie.
Tonight.
Yeah, that's
tonight.
See it,
Yes,
I'm gonna
tonight.
be theater hopping later, checking people out and seeing if people. And also, I have a tradition that I always on opening night sneak into a theater and I masturbate next to a stranger to my own movie.
That was you? Holy shit.
I nudge them as I'm wearing my hoodie and I peek out so that they tell their friends, "I'm telling you, man, it was him. He was jerking off right next to me."
I thought my popcorn was salty.
I do the same thing in your movies. Every time you come on screen, I'll just go, "I know him."
All right, Dane, thanks a lot, man. Good luck with the movie.
Yeah,
It's
good luck,
kind of
Dane.
interesting.
All right, yeah, enjoy it.
All right, man, later.
See you, bro.
I didn't mean kind of interesting in
Yeah,
a
you
bad
did.
way. I was processing that whole scenario
storyline,
in my
right?
head.
Yeah.
And
Being
I'm
high
like,
to,
yeah,
like, to
that's
make
good.
your girl
Yeah,
come
that's
back
like
to you.
interesting, you
Yeah.
know? All right. Like you always kind of think of a scenario that you could put yourself in and if that would work and stuff. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of interesting.
That's
That's
good,
all.
Anthony.
I did.
Oh, Jesus. Bob Kelly takes a whole banana in his mouth
I know.
in one. Dude, a fucking rookie cannot do that. You're a pro.
He can actually.
Really? Watch this.
He can take a stalk of bananas in his mouth.
You gagging fucking lightweight. Oh, and I love to see you in Slap Happy.
Exactly. Too many
Fucking-
Asian dicks, Bob.
Fucking bukkake, your eyes all red. Red, dry, jismed eyes. That's what I want to see. Big fucking red eyes on you.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, we always got to acknowledge the audience, especially on a Friday. There's so many people that come in on a Friday. Where are you guys on, like, Monday through Thursday? Working or something?
We're from Canada. We came all the way down from Nova
Fucking
Scotia.
Canadians. Ugh.
Someone has good taste in reading material.
Yes.
What do you got? Oh, Jimmy's book.
What a good man.
Thank you, Jimmy.
How many loonies did that cost you? Or toonies? They're stupid money.
6 months
It's worth
ago,
more
it was
than ours
cheaper
now, though.
than in the States, but now the dollar's gone the
Yeah,
other way.
dollar's kind of coming back, isn't it?
Oh, is it really?
You had your day in the sun for a couple of months there.
Now,
Hey, our
About a month.
dollars,
So
our dollars more than yours, eh?
I'm
Yeah.
so glad we could throw
10
your
minutes.
quarters away again.
That's it. I hope a moose eats your book.
Fucking stupid tin quarters.
Yeah, what is that? What do you got? A loony, a toonie, and a 5? You don't even have like a dollar bill?
No, it's gone.
Yeah, what the fuck? You got to carry change in your pocket.
It's terrible.
That's stupid. Canadians jangling all over the place.
they probably cuts
Get
down
rid
on
of the
burglaries.
penny, though. The penny is going away.
The what?
The penny. We're getting rid of the penny.
Good.
What'd you say, Jim?
Good for you.
I said that fucking in Canada, there's probably. Let me explain. He thought my joke bombed. No, no, nobody heard it. Let me say it. I was saying that because. Let me see if I can get this out without laughing. Because it's all change. I was saying there's probably not a lot of burglaries because you'd hear the guy jingling. We heard you, Jim.
Canadian burglars linger longer.
Canadian burgers linger long.
Yeah, well. Wow, so Canada. What part of Canada, sir?
Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Wow, Halifax. Holy shit.
I once ate
I know someone from Halifax.
I once ate a chick's ass
Yeah.
from Moose Jaw.
That's the opposite end of the country, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Literally, right?
Did you really? What do you do in Halifax?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm in lumber building supplies wholesale distribution.
Of course, has
company
something
called
to do.
Goodfellow.
Of course, there's something to do with fucking
Lumber,
wood. Lumber.
something wood or fucking antlers. Something to do with. So you're, yeah.
So how far? Let me ask you, how far? Not to completely ignore you. When did you find out? Sorry, I'm addressing
I want to
Michael
hear a
again.
song.
Please.
We're going to hear a song.
Yes.
But I have a selfish question I want to ask.
All right, go ahead.
When did you? I hate to spoil it for people, but if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. When did you find out that your character was going to get popped?
In The Wire?
Yeah.
About
I didn't.
Well, I always knew when I got hired, they told me Omar was going to die. I just didn't know when. But when it actually was coming, I got the script about a week before, about a couple of days, maybe a little less than a week.
Just scratch out the part where you get killed and rewrite something. Hey, I had an idea.
Omar gets elected congressman. No one will believe that.
One thing I never do is scratch out anything that David Simon writes on paper.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
That was my worst TV moment. My worst TV moment ever. I couldn't. I was fucking.
Mine was Torgasm. I love you, Bobby. You know I do.
It was a good one. It just hit me right out of the blue.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It was fucking. I just sat there with my mouth open. Fucking
again
in shock.
Anthony's
sorry,
on fire.
He really is.
I gotta shut up. I'm sorry.
But we're giving him. I'm giving him the biggest setups, and so I said, "Point to an asshole." Fucking. It really was. I mean, I fucking sat there and just I couldn't fucking believe it had just happened. I couldn't believe it had just happened the way it happened. It was so unexpected and so non-climactic in the sense that it didn't get to where you wanted it to go, and that's what he said he was going to do.
That's being so into a show and into a character when something like that happens and actually affects you like that.
Yeah, but he said on purpose he was going to hurt people.
Yeah, that too, and that was the shot heard around the world. I don't think I've heard that much controversy over a TV character being shot since JR.
Yeah.
Why though? Because what I don't get is he's a bastard. He's like a bad guy.
But he's
not really that's what the whole premise of the show was. Not all the bad guys are bad, and all the good guys are good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what hit people so hard was because it was so unclimactic and so unexpected, and it was not what everybody wanted to see.
That's the way shit happens.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah,
real life.
yeah.
That's, it's when you least expect it is when it happens. So And that's very it's very symbolic of where the average state of mind where the youth is in Baltimore, in the hoods at least. Life is real cheap out there, and that's what's going on. But me personally, as an actor, just the Michael K. Williams moment, I was kind of glad that the whole Marlo and Omar gun battle in the middle of the street thing didn't happen. I think we had shown enough of the whole black on black thing, and then. Two, I didn't really believe that Omar would have. I just didn't want them to like desecrate his body or like to make him torture or to make him suffer in a kind of way. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of glad that a little kid came and just put him at rest as opposed to him having his long dragged out painful thing with Marlo, Chris, and Snoop. I didn't want that.
It was leading towards this giant epic thing of these two Titan characters where it would almost become like, oh, that's what TV does. And when they kill him in a deli, it's fucking...
I haven't seen it.
It doesn't matter. Most of
now
it
you have.
happened. It was, you're like, what the fuck? It's not going to happen. It just... and it's done, and the cops are over them, and when they're not looking at it like Omar, like the fans are. The one cop goes, Omar got killed. He goes, Omar, really? And then he goes on with the investigation.
Yeah, that's it.
And his rival doesn't even freak out. He goes, yeah, I know about that. I thought you were going to come tell me that earlier or something. It's like,
shit,
it's a matter of fact.
And as a fan, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Very matter of fact.
And I'll tell you something, Wendell Pierce, who plays Bunk, he had a huge problem with that. He wanted this whole, this moment to go through his, and they were like, absolutely not. It's a matter of fact.
That's too TV, right?
That's just another day. And this year they did the whole on-demand thing, right? When you could get it the Monday. Mm-hmm. So the phone calls started like that Sunday night, like at 1:00 in the morning that Sunday night going into Monday morning. The phone call started, and it went on through the whole week. So people just get it on demand. It wasn't until that Sunday when it actually aired, that I had to stop answering my phone for a little bit because it just was because people were coming at me with all the emotion, just the morning emotion, and I was pretty good with it. Man, it's so good. This is a TV show, man. It's so good. Bigger things ahead. But there was one phone call that that pierced my armor, and it was from Wendell Pierce, who plays Bunk. He was somewhere, I think in New Mexico filming. I was in Arizona working, and I was actually on my way back to the airport. Car full of dudes, we smoking and going to the airport, getting my little mind ready to take this flight back to New York. And he calls me in the car, and he the conversation that we had and where he was at, as a fan of Omar, as a friend of mine, and as one of my mentors who he knows he helped me to help mold this character and to handle this type of phenomenon. For him to hear him on the phone where he was at mentally and to hear the things that he said to me, it took me there. And I was like, yo, Wendell, I cannot go here right now. I'm in a car full of dudes and you taking me there. But he definitely
pushed your buttons.
He pushed my button.
Yeah.
He had me welling up in the car there.
Well, you guys had an amazing scene together where the cop, Bunk's a cop, and he's just kind of criticizing the way you handle being in the neighborhood. Now there's no sense of community anymore, and all you do is you sit and listen to the whole thing, and then at the end of it, you stare straight ahead, and he hawks out the greatest wad of spit. I don't know why it works so well. It's just this fucking disgusted. So that was such a great scene between you. That's probably my favorite Bunk scene.
I've never had a bad scene with Wendell, man. We from day one, from when we were first found that we went to high school together.
Oh yeah, a few years apart.
Season 1, yeah.
Sure that wasn't season 5? God almighty. Should shut my fat face. Wait, weren't you Ted? You weren't Omar.
Yeah.
Ted.
I got some trivia for you.
Oh.
Who was who when and where and who said for the first time a man's got to have a code?
I'll say it was Bunk at that first meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow,
Absolutely.
Jimmy Norton.
Yeah.
God damn.
Absolutely. And then when was the second time you heard it?
Shit.
Shemale, your apartment.
No. The shemale said, I'm a man. And then something with code. I didn't have enough time to think about that one.
I'm a man, now bend over.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a man, now give me my money. Fucker. Before I cut you with a box cutter soaked in garlic. Gets right into the bloodstream that way. We've all heard the tranny stories.
Oh, yeah. Right in the bloodstream, the garlic. And it won't heal. You'll bleed out.
Yeah, it's very bad news.
Oh,
you
shit.
grind your knife in garlic, and then you stick and you turn. Oh, problems.
Yeah.
But when was the second time you heard man gotta have a
It
code?
was, a man's gotta have a code. I'm gonna guess it was, I don't remember.
Master Poe? Man's got to have a code, Jim.
Code. I think it was an Omar callback. I just don't remember when it was.
You got it. It was legit when he got arrested, and he used that the get out of free jail card he got from season 2, and he was, because remember they framed him for the murder in the candy store, Marlo and them, and Bunk would say that ain't Omar's style. Yeah. And Bunk came to see and they was talking, and Bunk was like, man, even if you didn't kill this one, you killed some of the others. That's why shouldn't I let you rot? He said, because you can sit me in here, but then the man who really killed that lady is still out there. And he gives him back the card. The man got to have a code.
Oh, shit. Fuck, I would not have gotten that one. The first one I did.
You didn't.
I'm amazed.
You're right, I didn't.
I'm amazed you got the first one.
Well, when you're a fan, you fucking remember these things.
No, I got to hear a little of your rap song here.
Absolutely.
What is
the
gist of this?
Now, like I said, this all started. This is just Omar on wax. Omar spitting. So the name of the album is Omar's Coming, right? But this track here, I was in Chicago working on my campaign with Obama named Gary, Indiana. Big up to my Chicago.
Where can I volunteer for that?
I got you. If you're serious, I got you.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not.
He's a gun nut.
He's a gun nut that
I'm
makes
a gun
millions
nut.
of dollars.
Yes, he wants Wayne LaPierre, and if he's not around, fucking... No.
I want my taxes cut and
All right.
bullets. That's pretty much what I want in life.
I think that's pretty much the American...
Yeah.
Taxes cut and my bullets.
Believe me, McCain's. I have no love for McCain or the broad that he's running with. But
I got some love for the broad.
She has a juicy little rump.
Isn't she though?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Bill
Know
Maher-
she fucks too. She's got 5 kids.
Man,
so you know she likes a dick.
Yeah, you
Wow.
look at her, she get pregnant.
Yeah, she's
4.5.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, the last one.
Something a little bad.
The last one, the husband jerked off on her thighs and her feet happened to be up. Fucking leaked in.
Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Oh, damn.
It's just fucking terrible, dude.
Well, that's she's got one of those right to life stances, so it's one of those. Sometimes abortion ain't a bad thing.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Would you, if you had a fucking baby with?
If I found
if he
out,
had a scientist, he'd abort it.
I don't give a shit. I don't want any kids.
Yes.
Fuck that noise.
It's a fucking president. Yeah, well, it's got a hanger in it. Fucking beat it.
There it is. Your first exam is going to be from Doc Martin. Right in the fucking belly, you bitch. I don't need any of that shit.
God. Oh, I just can't wait till the end of this when I suggest to Michael that he and I like trade numbers or something, and he's like, "Oh, my agent's email."
Oh,
negative.
I don't like the way you just set that up on air. So you
I
make
know,
sure-
so now it can be done.
Hold on.
You are a fucking chick.
Yes,
You're
I-
a fucking chick.
Hold on, I know that, but don't deconstruct it until later, stupid. Hold on, let me interview my friend like he's not my friend. So, Dane, tell us about this motion picture.
Oh. Ooh, that had to hurt,
No, that was
Bobby.
totally different.
It wasn't.
You
No.
wanted his phone number.
Yes, I did.
Legitimately. I was kidding. You really want his number.
You weren't kidding.
Hey, Mike.
You weren't
what's up,
kidding.
Jim.
You said
He'll pay for hookers for you and stuff.
My kind of
You need him?
friend.
I know. Hey, we'll get
My kind of friend.
Yeah.
You were like, Dane, this is kind of like an edgy comment, which was fine to ask, but it was the way you asked. You talked to him like you were interviewing.
I know what I did. It was different.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Jimmy will be smoking weed.
Oh no, I won't. No, I don't go there.
Oh no,
I quit many years ago.
That's your problem, my friend.
One demerit.
Why, you don't smoke.
One demerit.
One demerit. I can live with that.
Why, you smoke weed, Tony?
I get a contact high.
What does that mean? Off the whores?
Apparently, Canadians only smoke pot.
Whores you have at your house, all 18 of them
Canadians
smoking?
smoke a lot of pot, don't they, sir?
Some of the best pot come from Canada.
Almost legal.
Some of the
Yeah,
best pot
it's almost
in the world
legal.
comes from Canada.
Yeah, that's where all the good shit is,
The
apparently.
good shit is out there, bro.
I hear everyone in Halifax is stoned all the time.
What?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All the money they should be
It's a great
spending.
state of mind to be in.
That's
why
what I
they're so
hear.
relaxed over there.
Yeah.
No stress. The place is clean.
Canada,
and relaxed.
they know they got us down south protecting their ass.
That is true. They create nothing. They don't even check terrorists. They're like, you got
No.
something strapped to you. Go right through the buffalo. Fuckers.
Anyway, getting back to my record.
Yes.
Okay, this is called Omar.
It's called the Mario Remix. What happened was I was in Chi-Town and I was this track came to me. I heard it. It's actually the original is with She and Big Boy from Outkast, right? It's the same vibe song, but I heard it and so we remixed it and it's called the Mary O Remix.
All right, we'll give it a listen, man.
Man, the people got questions. Now we need some answers. We ain't never been pampered and we tired of getting hammered. If you tired, then you follow me. Right up to democracy. Then you probably see why I be who I be. See, our rights getting left and our souls getting sold. And the highs bid is the kid and this joke's getting old. So tell me you don't feel the same damn way. Day after day, like you in long run delay. You got something to accomplish, but you're stuck in the nonsense. The forecast is plain ass. You gotta respect the rain check. Nah, folks, America spilled a yoke a while ago. Breakfast was supposed to be local, instead it's just logo. You know so-and-so with the resources, the big bosses, that flaws, electric college courses. But you missed the lecture thinking it was for suburbia. And now you feel the pain. America says she never heard you.
Trying to tell us to stay strong. But every day we're losing jobs. From College Park out to Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Something's gonna have to give.
No, that's right.
Across the world they live in fear.
Omar, don't
But it's the same thing over here. If you can hear me on Capitol Hill.
I hear you, Mary.
Something's gonna have to give.
Now crime is way up courtesy of me and my Dillinger. Cause they never let large percentage. They fudge them figures in the schools. They empty courtesy of political juggling. Administrators right back cause they BS the budgeted. Now we all out here struggling and some of us stumbling. Man, you gotta do quite a bit cause the inner city be crumbling. The advocates is frauds, man. We need more bras. Ladies protect their kids. It's their peers. They leave in tears. No longer is it cool to call a white persecuting black. Look who they turn crook. Look where they put Martha Stewart at. When tsunami hit, America came quick. But when New Orleans got drowned, FEMA couldn't be found. How profound they clown when the poet rests. The backbone of this country seems to always slip a diss. If Asia got help 3,000 miles away, why couldn't Ray Nagin get it the next damn day, huh?
Single mother and a struggle and a snowfall. passing, but she ain't got no insurance. And we don't even want to talk about the man's plight. I know parole with the promise that I'll do right. But a felon has no chance for a new start. So it's back to doing hand to hand on his own block. Black and white, we're all the same. Yeah. And I know you feel my pain. And the only hope I have to help me deal with the drama is that maybe in November I'll be cheering for Obama. They try to tell us to stay strong. Yeah. But every day we losing jobs. Every day. College Park got the Beverly Hills. Ooh. Something's gonna have to give. Give it up. Give it up. They living free. But it's the same thing over here. If you can hear me on Capitol Hill. Listen to me now. Something's gonna have to give. Give it up, y'all.
You fools best believe this lady of ours live for corporate approval, get paid by the hours. Your elected officials, they just waiting to dish you, and your ropes is old news like rundown shoes. Miss you would say she close to being MIA, cause when it come time to protect, she guilty of neglect. Your medicine now costs the arm and the leg, and when the SNS run out, the seniors gon' have to beg. Now I don't know about y'all, but Omar real. I ain't never gonna let my mama face that ordeal. We begging other countries keep the all running freely, and in our own backyard got the starving and the needy. Police stay seedy, fire at will. They got the crackers beefing, even they getting killed. Your teachers was prudent, but now they sexing students. You better protect your child, cause America's going wild.
But it's not that way. They've been selling us a dream, telling us we're on the same team. Now we all gotta deal with the lies. They trying to tell us to stay strong. Yeah. But every day we losing jobs. College Park got the Beverly Hills. Something's gonna have to give. Across the world they live in fear. But it's the same thing over here. If you can hear me on Capitol Hill, I know you hear me. Something's gonna have to give.
Damn.
It's great.
Man, that sucked. I'm joking.
That was kind of interesting.
Really good, man.
It's kind of interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Our audience is gone. They were frightened and left the
building.
The building.
Really good, man.
Thank you.
It was very Tupac. It was very.
Man, you're the second person that said that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was very Tupac, like, you know, some of the stuff, and it's commercial too, because you weren't up there fucking fuck my dick.
Well, Omar don't curse anyway. This is strictly a concept record. It's all Omar. There'll be no bunch of profanity. There ain't gonna be a bunch of fancy car driving, rim spinning, bottle popping, club going, fancy clothes wearing. None of that. None of the trappings of what you usually hear is what's gonna be in this record.
If this becomes a hit and you have to make a video, will you put Jimmy in?
You already made the video.
Absolutely. No, I mean,
I'd love to be in the video.
I mean, we got Ike Stapleton. He shot his new director. He shot the video. It's gonna be on the. I'm going a different route with this. I'm putting this right in the street. You know what I mean? So the video gonna be on YouTube. I guess about another. And he's heavy at work in the editing room right now. But I guess another week or so should be starting to circulate on the YouTube.
Yeah.
So you want this out a little bit before the election? I mean, it's political.
It's not even really about the election. You know, I'm involved with the campaign, but I'm by far no politician, and I don't have any political agenda, if that's what you mean. It just, I was 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Chicago doing my thing out there with the campaign. I was high. I heard the trash. And you know, it was 3 o'clock in the morning by myself on my homegirl's deck, and this track came to me. I heard it, the version with her and Big Boy, and I was like, I just wanted to lend my voice to it, you know, as Omar, and just went with it.
It's great.
I was, you could play Whitey in it.
I'll
Jimmy.
play.
You can be Whitey.
That's too easy. I want to play something that challenges me a little more.
Do you know how to dance? Can you dance a little bit? Can you be one of the dancers?
Yeah.
Go ahead, show us.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be too much dancing in my project.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. That's
no dance.
Not unless he's doing a Yosemite Sam dance. You know, when
shooting the guns.
I like to do the Watusi in a shithead.
Okay, what is the Watusi?
I don't know. I just like the word.
Good. I don't feel
it's an old dance, I think.
Some awful dance.
That was that. I could relate to that song though, as I'm sitting by my pool.
At poolside.
I'm too white.
Nah.
Oh, believe me, I'm one of those. I listen to the words and go like, just don't take my goddamn tax money. Jesus Christ.
Hey, that's really what we all want. If you know what I'm saying, that's what everybody wants.
Cut government spending. That's what I say.
No, just don't cut it. Just give it to me.
All right, even better.
Give it to me. Pass them over this way.
You know what it costs to heat my pool?
30 cents a month.
Jimmy doesn't like my jacuzzi. He says it's cold.
That's fucking coldest jacuzzi on
It
the East
is
Coast.
not. I finally figured it out.
Would you have to heat up tea water?
Boil the kettle.
Well, Jimmy decided he'd heat it up by pissing in it, you fucking animal.
I fucking dropped 4 gallons of whiz in his fucking jacuzzi.
Yo, but
it was
let me ask you a
self-preservation.
question. Is this truth or this a joke? They got this new chemical they put in public pools now that when you piss, the water turns like a really
to scare kids.
The scare kid. That's not true.
No,
right?
it's not true. They've been saying that for 30 years.
can't
Since I was
do
a kid.
No, that was
Yeah.
No, that was just some lady.
That would be a great invention, though.
Dude, I
Put
don't
it in
know
there,
about
someone
that.
pisses, they're just stuck in a bunch of blue. Everyone
Like, hey,
chastising them.
Yeah, because then some innocent person would swim through it, then it blew on their face. No, that's been a rumor since I was a kid that they have something they put in the pool. There's a little thing they put in where
urinate.
This
Jim
way,
would
you
come
know.
back from a pool party with a blue tongue.
Yes, I'm a bit of a.
It's actually happened to me, though. It's actually happened to me. I've seen this yellow stuff, yellow goldish stuff. Just
Yeah, it's a yellow dye, I think.
Yellow dye kind of all around me.
Yeah.
When someone pisses, it turns yellow.
What's better than the naughtiness of holding a conversation while your dick is floating straight up because it's water and tinkle is just flowing out of it?
Oh,
There's
God.
no better feeling than pissing in a pool.
That is a good
I
one.
swear to God, in water, period, that feels good. But tell me about the pool, except when you know, saying the dick is, you know, the water has it floating up and you just let it go. That shit feels
You're
good.
just like,
What happens if you
gets
dig-
all warm in your
warm and, you know,
in your
cozy.
shorts.
In your shorts.
Yeah.
What do you mean your dick floats up?
Bobby. Oh, poor Bobby.
Bob's just stands out like Bob naked in the pool looks like the fucking cover of the Nirvana album.
Yeah. And Michael's is like a U-boat periscope.
They call him Nessie.
Poor Bobby.
He said, "What do you mean it stands?"
It floats up.
Does your penis look bad in water?
Really, whose doesn't? I mean,
if the water's cold, you're
with a rat.
fucked. You're fucked, man. That's why, you
baby
know.
boy's going inside, right inside the
Whenever,
stomach.
because sometimes girls, you know, they want to have sex in a pool or
Or a
in a
jacuzzi.
lake or a jacuzzi, and it's too cold.
Well, your jacuzzi's cold.
I know.
Right,
Apparently,
right.
my jacuzzi's cold. I want to fucking scald you. I'm gonna fill it with boiling water and push you in, and pull out a little Tom Turkey when it's done.
I've never actually gotten into a jacuzzi where my fucking balls were tighter when I got out of it than when I got into it.
Come on.
Usually you gotta steep your scrotum in there very slowly. Not his.
It works fine now. Trust me. But girls, sometimes you know you want to have sex in a pool, and it's probably the worst fucking place to have sex. First, if it's cold, you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah.
The second you pull your fucking shit down, and then just there's no lube in a pool. It gives that. It's like sliding on a gym floor
It's
with
not
your
really,
knee.
yeah,
It's kind
people think because it's wet, it's automatic lubrication.
No!
But that's not really the fact.
Plus, if you don't skim the pool, you're jamming fucking mosquitoes in her fucking a leaf comes out of her pussy.
Well, she'd rather that than sand. I know that much.
The fucking guy that comes to clean your pool goes in the skimmer and comes out looking like Spunkmeyer from Aliens 2. Spunkmeyer, what's that on your hand? Remember? Fuck. There we go.
I like that one. Yeah.
I was hoping for a good, rare Aliens reference.
All right.
I could hope.
I liked it. It was funny, but it was just like a really fucking obscure one. It's still good.
Yeah. Went with the fucking cum in the skimmer. There's so much there.
Yeah, there is. We can always
No,
bring it
I mean
back
there's
up.
so much there right now.
A fucking load sticks to you like rubber cement, though. I thought it was the fucking worst. No.
What happens when you stick cum in water? It's like, that's the last thing you want to do is wash it off. And then that turns to crazy. Then you're like, Mommy, my head is stuck together.
So the hairs on your legs and
pulling
shit.
little wads off of your fucking leg hair.
It's like you're being attacked by your own semen.
A friend of mine used to jerk off in the shower. He used to call it making eggs. He goes, I was making eggs in the shower.
I never jerked off in the shower because of that same reason. It's just, I'm like, I got to shower after the shower.
I just redid my shower, and if you tile or a bathtub, the load just goes right down the drain.
Does
But,
it?
but slate. I got black slate for my floor.
Ooh.
Oh, and it just turns immediately to egg, and then it sticks like the spawn, like
Yeah, where it
Spawn's
landed.
cape.
Yeah.
Just, I'm sitting in there. Every time I jerk off in the shower, I have to like jerk off into the drain.
Into the drain,
so it goes
yeah,
down.
Oh.
Because if not, I'm in there plucking stuff off one by one, little nuggets of fucking my baby.
Hate to be a
eggs.
fucking plumber that's got to undo the trap on your fucking.
That happened to me once.
Oh, great.
'Cause I used to jerk off into the toilet and just flush it, but I do my ears too, and I throw
You
the.
jerk off in your what?
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
I clean my
What makes you
ears.
feel sexy when you're going to the toilet?
Yeah, how do you
Yeah.
jerk
What
off?
I'm so not in the mood when I'm
I don't
shitting
feel
and pissing.
sexy. I feel fucking
Horny. But I mean, I'm saying, horny.
Desperate and alone.
fucking desperate. Yeah, exactly. It's
Lonely,
just a-
desperate, and alone. Hi, Patty.
Like, do you do that in your house or other people's house? Have you ever jerked with someone else's bathroom or that's in your
Fuck
house?
yes. I think I've jerked off in this bathroom.
Oh God, it smells like a fucking
I mean, come on,
monkey
who hasn't
cage in
jerked off
there.
in the work bathroom? That doesn't count. Everybody jerked
Work
off at
bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that's lunchtime.
I did when I worked at a
Nothing
funeral home. Just get a good look at those dead tits.
Have you ever mounted any of them?
Of course I have.
Oh shit! Yeah.
What is there's the term when you screw dead people? What is that?
Hot.
Yeah, necrophilia, right?
Necrophilia. That's what it is.
Yeah, some people into that. They actually, there are some guys that won't go the distance with fucking a dead chick, but they like girls to bathe in ice water or my jacuzzi, and they get out and they're just completely cold
And frigid.
they just want them to lay on the bed and fuck them that way.
Really?
So they
Serious?
feel really cold. Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, like
That's
it's
the
a
first step
necrophilia
to
fetish.
necrophilia. It's the
Yeah,
first
and then
step.
after that, you get the
You
shovel. You fucking go down to the cemetery, find something hot.
Get
Hope
your
I got a
wife.
good one.
I mean, if you want to fuck someone who's not moving, just date a Jewish girl. Oh, no, sorry. All Jews?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. Sorry, Hollywood.
I actually I think you're right about that. Not I did Israeli, and it
They're
was
different.
it made me-
Israelis and American Jewish girls are completely different. Israeli chicks are fucking insane, crazy.
Dude,
They're in the
she
army
was
at
the
8
worst.
years old.
The
They're
worst
fucking-
sex ever. You ever been
Really?
fucking a girl and you want to punch her in the face? She sucks so
The question
bad.
is, have you ever not? Of course you do.
Oh, explode in me like Tel Aviv bus. Yeah, the sexy talk can't be all that hot.
Oh, sneak into my asshole like the Mossad in the 72 Olympics.
Oh, Christ, man.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you had an Israeli chick, though?
Ah, it was
And she was
awful.
bad?
She would get on top, and her move,
That was it? Like,
like,
she's posting
she'd
on
do
an
this.
English saddle?
and then she'd look at me, and she'd be like, "Are you having fun?"
Bob's not moving his hips, like, just so you people know. He's saying that she would straddle him, and her hips would stay steady, but she would just kind of move her torso and
Yeah.
allow that weight to push down on his dick.
Just kind of like, yeah, like she's riding an English
I just-
like she's
saddle.
shrugging.
Yeah.
I actually one time I was like, "Stop!" And she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "This just sucks. This sucks."
Why don't you just throw her off of you and roll her over, do whatever?
Exactly.
Like, you're in there, too.
Yeah, but
You're fucking choreographing half of the fucking shit.
Did she
you don't
ever-
like what's going on at that moment? Fix it.
Did she have a fucking? Was her pussy bald, or did she have like a Gaza strip?
she had a big.
You know she didn't have a Hitler mustache.
No.
We know that.
Gold on my ear mustache. The broad was hairy.
It was two little curls that hung off her vagina.
Oh. Yeah, Jimmy hears that all the time. Pay us.
Oh my God! A Jewish hooker pun. Nice.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, we're wrapping up real soon. Yeah, like 5 minutes. Any interesting stories in the
Observations?
crowd? Oh, sir.
Yes, if you're not going to see Dane's movie tonight, I was hoping you might come down and see my friend John Valby, Dr. Dirty.
You like John?
Yes,
And
he's
yes, and I made that
one of
movie
John's
here with you
guys.
guys a bunch of years ago.
Yeah,
About
What's
many
it
years
called?
ago.
What's it called? I
It's
have
called
slats
Gary-
and camel toe.
No.
Holy shit!
Your pants are really tight, sir.
Yes.
Stop for 1
And your
second.
balls are fucking giant.
Look out! Doing the tie dye. Holy shit!
Yeah,
You have giant balls.
Okay.
Jesus, this kid's
All
all
right, well,
bag.
that's a nice observation, too.
Wow.
Unlike Omar, though, this is, of course, completely filthy. You guys remember Dr. Dirty, John
Yes,
Valby.
we know.
Do
I saw
we
Ron
not
Lombardo
remember
recently.
Dr.
And,
Dirty?
they'll have an opportunity to purchase.
Oh my
Kevin
God!
presents,
I said
John
interesting.
That'll be Dr.
Anyone have anything
O-N-A-N-T
interesting
Day.
to say? What's Pat doing here? Weren't we supposed to do We Fit today or some shit?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Wait, you guys got a Wii Fit already?
Yeah, we were gonna do a We Fit with a bunch of people that are completely out of shape, like Pat from Unaki. Come here, Pat. Grab a mic. He was in the Nathan's.
How did you get a Wii Fit? I mean, they're like
No
impossible to
shit.
get.
You know what? You say it on the air. You go, I need a Wii Fit.
I need a
and
Wii
there They
Fit.
pop
I need a
up.
Wii
There you
Fit.
go. Michael needs a fucking Wii Fit. You get him
Damn
one.
right.
My
I'm
friend
wearing my
Jacob probably
workout
gets one.
clothes.
Yeah, Pat from Unaki is. He has been. How many years running have you been in the Nathan's hot dog
Last
eating
4
contest?
years.
Last 4 years.
Yes.
He doesn't really come in fucking good. He's really bad at it. But he qualifies, which is,
Yeah.
big.
I get to the big show.
Yeah. He gets to the big show and doesn't wear shirts that promote the radio show.
You're not allowed to.
But everyone else is allowed to wear fucking costumes.
You can't promote anything,
Is
though.
that you crying?
Yeah.
That was actually
It's my faux crying.
He was whimpering. Pat's got a hell of a life. He lives in a trailer right at the end of the runway at, where is it, Teterboro?
Yeah.
Airport.
I got evicted from down at the river. Jesus Christ,
Oh, Christ! Wow, did you
down
tank
by
on
the
that one.
river?
Oh, here's that joke.
Back goes Griffey, looking up.
Oh.
It's out of here! Or is it? No, it's off the wall.
Oh, shit, I thought it was going to be a...
Damn.
And then it... Yeah.
I was thinking Neil Young song and Chris Farley, and I just
Pat's
screwed up.
skinny fat. Isn't that funny? Like, look at his legs.
Pat is just he's sexy fat. Like he's happy with his body weight. But did you see him?
I tip over a lot.
But you were dropping. You were a pretty good dancer. He was dropping it.
Oh,
like it was
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
what they know him for, dancing and vomiting eggnog. Yeah. Oh, you were supposed to do We Fit, though.
Yeah, it was all right. I was going to get a headband, wristbands.
Oh,
I was
look
really
at-
get a lap band.
Wow, are you bombing? You are tanking. And, yeah, so you're all set up for it and everything with the
Yeah.
let's get physical wear.
Yeah.
Only you have 2 breasts.
Hey.
All right, it was
Yes.
really inappropriate.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah.
Cruel if not accurate.
I know.
That's all right.
Nothing wrong with a little man tit every now and then.
Yeah.
All right. All right, enough of you, Pat. What about Big A, quickly? Big A, what were you here for? The same thing? You're going to do
He can't do the
We
Wii Fit.
Fit?
It's too big.
What?
Yeah, I was here. I was do the Wii Fit.
Yeah?
You tell me I'm so fit.
What the fuck are you saying?
What did you say?
Come up, Andrew. Come up. You're way back there.
Yeah, you're wearing, I see you wearing stripes to make yourself look thinner. That's good.
Or a
You look like a beach
is it
ball
working?
trying to bust out of jail. That's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, but you were here for the Wii Fit, okay. And are you
What's
gonna
that?
are you gonna hang out for are you
With
hanging
those
out
big
for
balls,
Ron Fest?
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
I can compete, sort of, man.
Dude, you need to lose the sweater. That shirt, that Hawaiian shirt is crazy. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
nuts.
That's a
wow.
nice shirt.
Now you're sport. No, you're not. There you go.
There you go.
Hide your balls.
It's my Jimmy Buffett shirt. It's 5 o'clock.
More like, no, I almost said Jimmy Buffet. No, back down.
All right, that's pretty good.
I'd love to
Holy
do Wii Fit.
Would you?
Absolutely.
Is that what the construction crew said? We fit his balls in these pants? Yeah.
I bet you he does it on purpose too. Like he probably stretches his balls out and then rubber bands them tightly, just so people comment on them and girls like them.
They're actually,
Yeah.
So Andrew, what were you saying?
Yeah, Andrew.
Before you
What,
try
what
to...
were you trying to say?
He kind of looks like a successful you.
Yeah, there is something there. There's definitely something there. The brother you have to take care of your whole life. Yeah. Big A, so what, you were here for We Fit?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you think you had a chance at getting one of the better scores? No?
Nah.
No.
Hey,
What are
never
you
know.
doing tonight? It's Friday. Any parties going on? Any message board parties or?
Planning on going to Parsippany to see Dustin Diamond.
Are you shitting me?
Parsippany to see Dustin Hyman.
Dustin Diamond was Screech from Saved by the
Are
Bell.
you really going to
And he does
Parsippany
stand-up.
to see Dustin
wow.
Diamond?
I want to see the train wreck, that's why.
Where's he performing?
At the
My house.
Where's he performing? Quickly, where is he? Where? Andrew, where?
Oh.
Andrew, Parsippany, where? What's the place? What place? Andrew, where?
places. Oh man.
Oh, what's the name of that place, Andrew? Where is it?
Hotel.
Oh, no, but where?
Rwanda.
Yeah. The Overlook.
The Overlook. Yeah.
Andrew's stance is so fucking wide. Looks like he's made out of cardboard.
It's very. He needs a wide stance. You don't put a small foundation on a giant building.
Well, look at this. Look at Pat.
Yeah, look at him.
He looks like a fucking 9-year-old going to fucking school from the waist down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, wow. You just can't get one out, can you? All right. Why would you see Dustin Diamond in Parsippany?
Let's see.
There's no other fucking comics in Manhattan on a Friday night that you can go see? Who's like down at Caroline's or something? You have something going on with Dustin Diamond? Like,
oh, no.
Do you want to go, like, be his friend or something?
Actually,
you owe him money?
I'm supporting my friends at JJ Comedy. JJComedy.com.
Oh, wow. Those poor bastards. How are you supporting your friends there by...
Is it JJ Comedy or is it just J and you said it twice?
No, it's JJ Comedy.
JJ.
All right. You going to hang out for Ron and Fez? Or,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay. You kind of been outshined by fucking Weirdo there, who does his little...
yeah, exactly.
Bad fucking rapping. What's his name? Yeah, Crazed.
Who?
Oh, you don't acknowledge him?
I heard he was talking bad about you, Anthony.
He always talks a little smack about me.
I would never do that.
That's good. Yeah, okay.
Someone talking smack about you?
At least you're not googly-eyed like him.
Ooh. No, I'm not.
He is quite the weirdo. You see him he comes on Pal Talk every so often and just gets lambasted.
Yeah.
Until he's got to leave.
Yeah. He's a kook.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of there. Attractive girls are the only thing that should ever be on Pal Talk. For me and Jim, it's like eBay.
That's right.
Pal Talk.
Pull your cock out and see who bites. You wave it in the camera. Pal Talk.
All right, enough rambling. Yeah, I'm not going to go to a quarter after. Fuck you, people. It's Friday. I'm going to party. Oh, what do you got there, Halifax?
I want to thank Jimmy for turning me on to The Wired. So I think it's a fantastic series. I loved it. I just finished season 5.
Oh, good.
But I got a question for Michael. Did you keep your jacket from the show?
Yes, I did actually.
Oh,
yeah, I did. They and the producers they put it in this airtight frame box kind of thing, and they put on the years that Omar lived with the Omar Devon Little 2002, 2005 or 8, whatever. Yeah.
And it's funny because we were very similar. You know, I have my sweater from Lucky Louie as well, but nobody put it in a case. Pamela mailed it to me in a box. She got the sweaters in here.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually dated. They just put a clock on the bottom with the time.
A Flavor Flav clock, right?
Exactly. 8:15 to 8:30. 15 minutes are up. Jizz bucket.
So at least you got. I got a die-cast metal Torgasm logo to hang around my neck.
Oof. Why not? You're like something hanging around Dane's.
I like that.
He goes, yeah, I have a 300-pound albatross.
I don't like that. He's just as much as a coattail jumper. Dice, O&A, fucking Colin, back to O&A, over to Louie.
Jimmy's a success hopscotch player.
Hey, I'm a bullfrog on a bunch of lily pad coattails. I'll fucking hop from one to the other forever. What do I care?
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. But I would say, how about a nice hand for our guest, the great Michael K. Williams.
I like when a guest can hang out and just have fun with us for the whole show. It's fantastic, man.
It's the greatest, one of the greatest radio stations I've ever been in, man. Just I've never seen with the audience.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
Fun.
You know,
hanging out,
bullshit, and that's pretty much what this show is. We don't know what we're doing on a daily basis.
And that's what it should be.
Well, as long as the bosses think we prepare, we're okay.
Well, you know, you called to wish me a happy birthday.
Yeah.
That was fucking, we got you on the phone. That was great. And it was supposed to be a big surprise. But then Roland, where's Roland?
Yeah, Roland
before we wrap this up,
blew the whole thing.
There he is.
Here he comes.
Roland.
There's Roland.
You said that Michael was a difficult guy to interview.
No.
I did not say that.
No, he didn't say. But he said like the day when Michael. I am lying. But the day Michael called in for my birthday was like a big surprise, and Roland goes, "Well, Michael can't call in until after 9." I'm like, oh, "Good."
Oh, great.
Thanks.
Yeah, blew the surprise. Do you think if Al Qaeda cut his head off, they'd play volleyball with it? It's
They'd
just
probably eat out of it.
Or like it would be one of those comedy clips where they'd cut it off and it would roll away, and they'd be going, "Ah, look, it's rolled."
It's a scary movie.
It's so round. It just. I'm not saying it's bad looking.
They'd probably
I'm just saying it's very round.
They'd wear it on holidays.
That was a damn good one.
That was a
Roland
good
didn't
one.
think so. I think Roland's about to choke Bob.
Oh yeah.
Roland would never do that.
Roland's got a very violent side.
Yeah, he's a psychopath. He's our sweet, mild-mannered booker and a psychopath.
It's the quiet ones that'll get you.
Always.
He's crazed. Yep. He's insane.
What up, bird?
Look, we're bailing on Line of the Day. I could give a shit. You know, I think everybody shared in Line of the Day, but we must thank, of course, Carbonite.com. You want to back up your hard drive? Go to Carbonite.com. You can't just have your computer and not back up your hard drive and be like Anthony and lose a bunch of pictures when your hard drive takes a shit.
And you want to get hard.
Carbonite.
You need your pictures to
Yes.
the hard drive so you can get hard. You know.
Lots of hard. Nice. Yeah. You don't want to lose those pictures you fucking... broke the law to get.
Exactly, because they grow up and you can't photograph them anymore.
Nice photos, nice footage of your coffee table there.
Right, the coffee table.
Those are nice family memories, you know?
Yeah, family.
My gray coffee table.
I don't even want to think of your gray balls.
Like dead skin.
And two quick plugs. I'll be at the Wilbur Theater for the third show Friday, November 15th. I'm only doing one show that night. Tickets are on sale now. The Saturday shows are sold out. And, of course, Michael K. Williams is in Spike Lee's new movie.
The Miracle in St. Anna comes out in theaters everywhere September 26th. Be there. Get that history.
A week from tonight. And, and of course, The Wire is on DVD. I think it's the greatest series I've ever seen.
Got to thank Michael Chiklis and Dane Cook also.
Yes.
And Michael for coming in, Dane for calling.
Good show.
Your song can be found on YouTube. What's it called?
It's called the Mary O Remix.
Mary O Remix. It's not on YouTube yet, though.
I think so. I'm not sure, but we'll
how about iTunes?
You can check.
I think iTunes, yeah.
Okay, go to iTunes and look for it. Just Google Omar. You'll find it.
Bobby, any plugs?
Yeah,
Plugs?
go to my MySpace/Robert Kelly Live, and I get the October 24th Wilbur Theater. I have one show.
Okay.
And maybe not even that.
Yes, you'll have a show. Bobby's very funny.
Well, I didn't want to do 3, but the first 2 are sold out. What am I going to do? Not do a third one?
Oh, just rub that in.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't help it.
Also, too, if it's okay if I can leave my website, MichaelKennethWilliams.com.
MichaelKennethWilliams.com.
Holla at your boy.
Check it out. All right, thanks, man. And audience, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you in.
In the building.
It's Friday. Let's start drinking.
Bye.
It's Friday.
Look, he started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I hit him back. And then he got really angry. He pushed me out of the car.
What do you want, fucko? You want some? Huh?
What are you doing?
Fuck! I broke my knee, man! Fuck!
I swear my fucking mother, if you touch her again, you're dead! Oh,
hold my hand, man.
I gotta squeeze some.